What's good, podcast world? What's good, YouTube?
Sixers are in trouble. I need a top five.
Man, let's get into best of the week, man. What's good, podcast world? What's good, YouTube? Back for another episode of Charging to the Game Sports Podcast. As always, I'm the host, Rome. I'm here with the fellas, Big Z and Jay. Fellas, what's up? Happy New Year to you guys, man.
Happy New Year.
Hey, Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to everybody out there. Sorry we missed you guys last week. Obviously, it was the holiday season, and hope everybody had a nice holiday, got a chance to spend time with family, watch a little football. Jay, you already sucking your teeth, bro. How you gonna start the new year off with an added? What's going on now, bro?
Everything out of Florida. Oh my gosh, these guys are fucking bums.
What happened?
Gators. They was just in it. They was beating Alabama ass. Now looking 58-43. Fucking bums.
So you talking about the college basketball you getting your ass whooped right now?
Yeah, man.
But anyway, like I said, welcome to another episode of Charge to the Game. Today's show, we got a lot for you guys, a lot to cover. Sports, obviously, we getting winding down. NFL season's right around the corner. So much shit to talk about on that end. Big Ben. We're gonna talk a little bit about. Obviously, we're gonna start the show off with the AB situation. All right, we're gonna start off with AB. Second, after that, we're gonna talk about Washington. I mean, these fucking fans at the Washington game falling off from the fucking stands, almost falling on a franchise quarterback.
The worst stadium in the whole league.
Yeah, it's horrible, bro. Like, I've been there many a times. Obviously, being in the area. It's a crummy ass stadium, bro. I mean, it's in a crummy ass area, you know what I mean, for one, you know, and then the thing is you put no money into it. So we're going to talk about that. And then secondly, we're going to talk about, you know, obviously some of the games that happened last week. I mean, some of these teams got knocked off. The Bengals knocked off the Chiefs. The Raiders is now fighting for a playoff spot despite all the shit that's happening. You know what I mean?
That's still happening.
That's still happening. I mean, Z, your Steelers they still in the hunt. They need a few things to break right for them. Can that happen? And then now the return of King Henry. All right. So we got all that shit going on. Then we're gonna close out with the bets. All right. But hey, fellas, let's talk a little bit about this AB situation, man. And obviously, you know, this is very close to me, but you know, me being a Bucs fan and shit like that. And I've been chomping at the bit to chop away at this shit. And try to make it make sense. So, I mean, how are you guys feeling about this situation? So, I guess, obviously, if you don't know, AB, Antonio Brown I'm talking about, former wide receiver, or I guess still current wide receiver of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, decides to, I guess, walk off the field and make a mockery of all the shit that's going on. And, you know, we're trying to find out, is it for a good reason? We're really trying to get to the bottom of what happened. So, I guess, fellas, what are you guys hearing out there?
Still not released. He's still a Buck.
Still a Buck to this day. So
we are recording Wednesday evening.
Right, Wednesday night. So I mean, what do we think exactly happened? Like, what are these sports writers saying that happened? The situation that happened. Anybody know? Like, confirm? So, I mean, there's different stories.
Yeah. So from what I've been reading, so AB was hurt during the week. And he went to see a specialist, one of the top orthopedic surgeons in the country during the week.
This is before the game, right?
Before the game.
All right, you following the guys. Listen.
Yeah, and so, again, said that he's injured. He went and still fought his way and decided to play decided to play in that game. I mean, he had a lot of incentives.
Yeah,
He had $1 million on the line, basically.
And we all saw him, for catches, touchdowns, and
one more touchdown. One more touchdown for $333,000.
Yep, yards too. All of that on the line.
And so he tried to play mid-game. He said he was hurt. He couldn't go in. Arians told him to go in. He said, "I'm not going in." And so he said, "If you're not going in, get off the sideline."
And you're talking about who's saying this? Bruce Arians. They're saying
reportedly Bruce Arians told him.
Yep.
Yeah, and so they show him arguing with the receiver coach, and then if you see on the film, you see Mike Evans come over, try to calm him down, And he said, get off the sideline. So he made a scene out of it, took off his pads, took off his shirt. Now, what may cost him is he did the jumping jacks walking out the
out of all the things, the jumping jacks is what got him.
And so that's what the Bucs are going to use and say he wasn't really hurt. He was able to do jumping jacks when he ran off the field. Where AB's coming back and saying, with all, especially NFL, with all their player safety, all the rules, all the lawsuits, that's why the Bucs can't release it. So right now they're having meetings with the commissioner's office and the Players Association. And so even though Arians said he's no longer a Buck on
he
Sunday,
did say that verbally, he did in the press conference.
He is a Buck on Wednesday.
Yes, still to this day. So as of right now, he's still a Buck. So Z, thanks for breaking that down, man. So now that you guys have heard the story, and that's the same story that's been, after not the initial, reaction and stuff like that. Obviously, everybody was like, "Oh, this motherfucker's
so yeah,
crazy."
and then not releasing him. Payday in the NFL is Tuesday, so not releasing him, he gets another week's check,
right? for doing nothing, So like I said, so this is the factual information. Supposedly, as far as we can get, that's coming out of Tampa and just all across the networks. Most of the relevant networks are reporting that.
And also look at the differences between Tom's press conference and Arians' press conference. Yeah, said he's no longer a Buck. He's done. We're finished with him. And Tom's was, I love him. I care about him. I'm always going to be there for him. And right now, I'm just thinking about him. He said, I hope he finishes. It's not going to be with us, but I hope he gets his stuff together and plays again. So just the tone was totally different.
That's the report. Because I was hearing that he wanted to go back in and he was mad because they wouldn't allow him back in.
No. He said, I'm not going back in. I'm hurt.
That's what I heard at first, but I hear the narrative shifting. Okay, I can't wait.
Yeah, so that's what it was. So now what they're saying is that, and it makes more sense. I'm hurt. I can't play. Mm-hmm. And they said, we need you to get in the game. And he's like, no, I'm hurt. I can't go in. Well, if you're not going to go in, get off the sideline, get off the field.
Right.
And then he said, F that, I'm out of here.
Right. And I will say this. So, and obviously everybody knows I'm a Bucs fan. I follow the Bucs. I keep up with injury reports, all of that. Hey, if you look at the past few weeks, AB has been on the injury report, with the ankle. He's played in and out of games. The Carolina game he played. Yep. A few other games he played and was out a few games. Obviously, he was off, with fake vaccination cards, stuff like that. But he was definitely, battling that injury. And then, like you said, Z, before that game, he went to a specialist, seeing if he was okay, and and all of that. So it is a serious stuff. And then him, going out there, because he did catch a pass. I remember him catching a pass for a first down. He was having a nice game. Yeah. And he looked solid. And then maybe I don't know exactly what happened. Maybe he wasn't feeling it. Maybe the foot was getting or ankle was getting to him, and maybe he pulled himself. It was like, I can't do this.
Or maybe he wasn't getting enough catches. He's thinking about he needs one more touchdown for 333,000.
Yeah. Like I said,
but you had a whole game to do that.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's what has me thinking it's more to the story. Like,
right.
I'm thinking this is the relevant stuff that's coming out where he's saying that he wasn't good enough to go back in the game, and the coach is like, and anybody that knows Bruce Arians or anybody that knows, from the Colts days, from your we know Bruce Arians is a fiery dude.
And he's going to air it out.
If you don't do what he tells you to do, he will air your ass out. You know what I mean? I can envision Bruce Arians. I'm Bruce Arians. Sure. Antonio, get your ass back in the game. Fuck that, coach. All right, if you ain't gonna be out here, get the fuck off the field. You know what I mean? We're gonna cut the fuck out.
The funny thing during the Steelers,
far-fetched for Bruce Arians to say
during the Steelers years, Bruce Arians would curse out Byron Leftwich, who was the backup quarterback, whenever Ben would make a mistake because he didn't want to rattle Ben. So Ben would mess up and throw a pick, and Leftwich would get ripped. Your boy messing up. and that's why to this day, him and Leftwich are like this.
They're boys. That's why he's the offensive coordinator. You know what I mean? So, like I said, it's not far-fetched for BA to do something like that, right? I still love BA. I love Bruce Arians. You know what I mean? But are we gonna sit here and act like he probably didn't say, Antonio, if you know what I mean, you're cleared to play. Our doctors have cleared you to play. You're out here on the field. Get your ass in the game. We need you. They were down like 24, like 7 or some shit. I can't remember.
And the rookie replacement saved him. The rookie they threw in there.
Shout out to Sorrell Grayson, man. You know, I'm gonna shout you out, brother. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tag you in this motherfucker and shout you out. You're gonna hear it, bro. So, like I said, thank you. Like I said, I was gonna get to it, but yeah, thank you for coming through in the clutch, man. Because you know, we're gonna be relying a lot on you. We're gonna get to it later in the show, but as far as Antonio, man, Antonio, like I said, I don't know what's going on. Because now everybody's first initial reaction, this guy's crazy. He has CTE, mental health awareness, you know what I mean? All of this and that. But crazy. You know, yeah, he is wild. You know what I mean?
You had to appreciate his congratulations speech he gave for Ben from the Uber. I just want to give a shout out to my guy Ben.
That was a great connection. That was one of the greatest. I mean, regardless of if you hate AB, that was one of the greatest 1-2 combinations in NFL history. AB to Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
If he stayed in Pittsburgh. Now he's not. They're going to remember this.
No, but that's what I'm saying. The media. But I'm saying
voted by the media. He'll never get in.
Yeah, it's like the same. It's like the Terrell Owens thing. Terrell Owens is easy a first ballot Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? And you sit there and allow guys like, you know what I mean? I don't want to bash guys because I don't know who we're going to have on the show, but other guys that are not Terrell Owens, first ballot Hall of Famers. But as far as that connection, man, I mean, it was electric.
I don't think AB gets in. If he would have stayed in Pittsburgh and kept going, he would get in. But I mean,
it's the media.
Hall of Fame is voted by 32 NFL writers.
Yeah, and that's why I don't respect. To be honest, I don't.
One from every city, and the people who give the pitches are the writers from the city. So the guy who vouched for,
they need to change that.
Yeah, so the people who vouched, and so like some people. Like there was a lineman from Buffalo. The reporter who was vouching for him was crying for 20 minutes. And then when you had the Washington had Wilbon. Wilbon ain't crying. He just said, "Look, man, Russ Grimm was great."
So that's just the thing is, I don't like how they do this, man. Because you got some sports writers out there. You not on that field putting blood, sweat, and tears in with this dude. He's easily a first ballot Hall of Fame. Like look at Terrell Owens, dog. Like. I still that's obviously a joke. You know what I mean? If you go back,
he paid for the McNabb stuff and everywhere he
went. Football is on the field. It should be on the field production, not because you don't like the guy. He cursed you out in the press conference. That's my biggest thing.
Because when they look back, you think of all the racists and the people. I mean, I know if you think about the Steelers from the 70s. The knock on them was too many of them are in, so we're not going to let anybody else in. And so Donnie Shell had to wait 35 years to get in, which is crazy. One of the greatest safeties to ever play.
Well, the Hall of Fame is a complete joke anyway, because you got guys like Gary Player. You know, like I said, no, I think he's a good kicker, but he's on the same level as Walter Payton. You know what I mean? Is the great Walter Payton. Like there's no Walter Payton and Gary Player.
Ray Guy, the punter from the Raiders.
Like there's people like that on the same level. Like your NFL great Rod Woodson. You know what I mean? And all of these other guys on the same. And you got people like they're gonna get like I as a Bucs fan, I love Rondé Barber. Should Rondé Barber be on the same level as a Deion Sanders? He's gonna get in the Hall of Fame. He's gonna get in. Is John Lynch gonna be on the same level as like a what's the dude? Who's a really good safety, man?
Ed Reed.
Hell no.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's with the NFL having the quota of having to put 7 people in every year.
That's what I'm saying. It's just it makes it a complete joke. But I mean, back to this AB situation, man. Like I said, I don't know what's gonna happen. Now we're seeing us. I mean, I guess what the day after, we're seeing him out in New York hanging out with Fabulous. You know what I mean?
Oh, he's enjoying it. He has a
he was in Brooklyn a few hours later. watching the
Guess what I'm
basketball
saying?
game.
Yeah, he
With
was
the
at
Balenciaga.
courtside at the Nets, and eating having lunch with Fabulous. You know what I mean? Just sitting down, just chopping it up.
In a few hours, bro. In a few hours, he picked up that phone, made shit happen. Crazy.
Yeah, bro. So, like I said, I don't know.
That's AB.
Yeah, that's him. Like I said, he's done.
See, I remember when he didn't show up to the Steeler game the last year he was in Pittsburgh. So the game was Sunday. Saturday he was at West Virginia. So I was at the game when they played Oklahoma. Marquise Brown. His nephew, he's standing on the sideline in a fur coat.
I remember that coat was fresh. He was just standing there just like this. And Marquise Brown scored a touchdown. He was just sitting in the corner of the end zone.
Yeah, no, that was hard. That's a hard picture.
I kept thinking, wait a minute. Picture. So he's not going to be at the Steeler game tomorrow, but he's in West Virginia at the West Virginia game on the sideline the day before.
But then he goes to, so he had a fallout with them, the Steelers.
Yeah.
Was it because of Ben? Was it because of Ben?
It was money. So here's where he messed up with the Steelers. So this goes back 10 years ago. They were trying to sign Mike Wallace to a new contract. And so they offered Mike Wallace, 5 years, $45 million. And Mike Wallace turned it down. Back then, AB was a Pro Bowl return man, and he was the number 3 receiver. So he wasn't AB yet. And so when Mike Wallace turned it down, the Steelers the very next day said, AB, 5 years, $45 million. And he took it. He signed it. Mike Wallace went the next day and signed a $70 million deal with the Dolphins. So he left, took his $70 million, went to Miami. And AB took that $42 million to stay in Pittsburgh. Well, what happened when he got to the 5th year of that contract, he became a superstar receiver, but he signed that long-term deal when he was a punt returner. And so that's why he was screaming and screaming and screaming. And so he was trying to do the TO. Get me out of here. I'll cause as many distractions. I'll say Ben is a racist. I'll say Tomlin's an idiot. He did the FaceTime in the Steeler locker room when Tomlin, when they won the first round of playoffs, they're supposed to go to New England. And Tomlin says, now we get to take on those assholes up in New England. And AB is filming it for the world to see. Tomlin insulting.
I remember that. Yeah, that's iconic. I remember all that.
Yeah, that was the beginning of the end.
So that was the stuff with the Steelers. And then he goes to the Raiders. Now, Jay, I know this is your squad. He had a right.
Great trade. Third and 5th round pick.
Yeah, that trade, but he had a right to go off.
Deontay Johnson with the 3rd round, and then they took Isaiah Bugs, defensive lineman, with the 5th round. So two guys who.
But he had a right to go off with the Raiders now because, as we all found out, my man AB did say John Gruden is a racist. I'm not playing. He did say it.
Yeah, he did.
He come out and say, "I don't care what."
Well, no,
you're crazy. You're crazy.
No, my beef was that Mayock, if he did that to Gruden, that's something different. But he he physically tried to assault and attack Mayock. Mayock didn't have shit to do with shit.
But we don't know that.
You gotta go back to him burning his feet when he fell asleep in that. In the machine, he burned both his feet.
This man has demonstrated that he's been tripping all his damn life for the most part. Now,
not burning. He froze his feet. He was in that cryo chamber thing and fell asleep and froze his feet. He couldn't walk.
I know for a fact. I almost know for a fact. Where Raiders reports has always been John Gruden was kind of like the bad cop. Mayock was the good cop type situation. And I didn't really take that at first, but as you see how they both interact and how they move, you could tell Mayock was more the soft-spoken while John Gruden was in your face talking that shit. So I just if it was John Gruden, it'd be something different.
Well, on behalf of Steeler Nation, we appreciate them for Deontay Johnson for AB.
There you go, the Deontay Johnson. But the thing is, my biggest thing with the John Gruden and Mayock thing is head coach and GM work like this.
They do.
It don't matter. If you against both, if you against one of us, you against the other one. So it's kind of like that. It's not like John Gruden gonna say one thing and Mayock like, "Hey, John, chill out, man. This is AB. This is my guy." It's like, no, like, oh, you got beef with John. It's like you got beef with me. It's like you got a homeboy. Like
that's not confirmed.
Now you gotta act like we ain't human. Now you gotta act like we ain't human.
Because there's a lot of human people that play that middle game. I'm gonna only intervene to a certain bit. I'm gonna leave it alone. And you're giving, and I think you're giving AB too much credit. AB is liable to go off on a lot of people.
No, AB is liable to go off, but I was saying he was justified with the Raiders.
They set him up so they didn't have to pay him.
No, they damn sure set him up. They
Yeah.
damn sure sent him up the pay him.
So,
I'll tell
so
you about
look,
that.
they got rid of him without paying him.
See, Rome, if you said that, then I ain't mad at you for that because y'all motherfuckers gonna pay me.
And look, if he'd have just stayed in
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, he had 20 million left on his
Yep.
contract. So he
Yep.
would have made 40 million just being happy staying in Pittsburgh. But he wanted a new $90 million deal.
Yeah.
So
Well,
he
it didn't
was-
work
I
out.
mean,
man.
I'm gonna put it like this. I ain't mad at AB for telling anyone to kiss his ass and he can keep it rolling. He already made a lot of money. He made enough money.
Yeah,
If
he
he want to
made
leave,
enough
he
But
money.
wanna
look,
fucking
now
leave.
some
That's
people
what's
say
really
it goes back to the Burfitt hit in the playoffs when Vontez Burfitt knocked him out with the concussion. They
But
said
what
that
I'm saying
gave
is
him
like,
CTE,
I'm just
and
saying,
he
like,
ain't
you
been the
can't.
same since then.
That's
But
what I'm saying. Now you can't. That's why people just be talking now. That's one
That's
thing I
true.
don't like because you don't know. Like, yeah, CTE does exist, but we're not. In the end of the day, we're not inside of his brain. We don't know
We
this.
don't.
We don't know that. But we do know AB's crazy. We do
Yeah,
know
yeah,
that.
no. I
You know
literally
what
have
I mean?
I literally have a rap sheet of everything. Somebody posted a rap sheet of everything he did, and it's
Oh yeah,
ridiculous.
no,
And
he's
yeah.
treated people like shit.
Yeah,
Everybody in his life.
everybody,
Even truck drivers, delivery guys,
Yo.
babysitters,
But why-
girlfriends, baby
I mean,
mama, everybody.
I'm
But he
saying
is
this, though.
wild. I will say that. I'm not trying to stand up for the dude, but I am
Yeah.
saying like we also got to be understand that this is a violent game. Look at the people that
is.
play football.
But think
Name
about
a
Mike,
person that
Mike
play
Tomlin,
football that is
Mike
not violent,
Tomlin
destructive.
controlled AB for 9 years. That deserves an award. The greatest coach
Well, that's
ever.
Mike
To keep-
Tomlin. Mike, we
keep
already
him
know
under
about
wraps
Tomlin.
Mike
and no-
Tomlin kept
he
him under
dealt
wraps
with
like
him
a president
for 8
Yeah.
years
I can
or
just
9
say,
years.
Don't you act up today, okay? Do this today. Mike Tomlin ain't
But
having this shit.
that's what pissed me off though, because Mike Tomlin stood up for him and covered his butt for 9 years.
Yeah, and, he
And at
showed
the
his
end,
ass.
the person he went at, the two people, he went at Ben and he went at Tomlin,
So my question
trying to
is,
get his way out of there.
So my
Yeah.
question is,
So let's
why
move on.
why
Go
does
ahead, Jay.
why does everyone defend so quick to defend AB? Because I've seen that all. I've seen
ain't
that throughout
nobody
this whole.
defending
No,
AB,
no, no.
bro.
No. You'll be surprised how many people defend AB, especially when like the Steelers situation came out. People was like, AB wasn't wrong. AB wasn't wrong. We told you this shit going down with the Steelers. AB was never wrong. Same thing with Raiders, but
They
it's
just
like
wanted the money,
it's a trend. It's a trend that's going on.
in Pittsburgh,
And Pittsburgh was the money. Pittsburgh was the money.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is why I view it. Pittsburgh was the money. We already know it gets ugly with the money. It got ugly. You can go
ugly as
back
shit.
each and every situation. Raiders, he said he didn't want to fucking play with him. He met with John. He felt the motherfucker was a racist, and he made his life a living hell. He made that organization a living hell.
He did make
You know what I mean? You know, and you know now people are saying nothing happened with the Patriots. The Patriots just cut him. Or something like that.
Nah, something had to happen with the Patriots.
Nah.
Belichick seen that quick. He's like, "Oh man, that man twitching in the locker room. Oh, he got to go."
Hey, I don't know, but
I
they
ain't mad
didn't.
at him for it.
Nothing came out, and then the Bucs. Obviously, we know what happened.
Yeah,
But I mean, it is what it is. You know,
It
it
is.
is what it is. But
But
let's move on. Let's.
The thing you got to give credit to Tom. Tom is if you
Tom's
talk about
great.
being a friend,
Bro,
unconditional through it all.
Bro, Tom Brady is one of the guys. One of the reasons why I'm wearing my Bucs stuff again. All right, like I don't.
And this season for me, the way Derek Carr with the Raiders has handled everything, even after Henry Ruggs went through his
we
mess,
know what Derek Carr's about.
he came and said, "I'm there for him forever as a friend," and the dude is after the lowest lows. I mean, and to see them at this point after all that mess that's happened with the Raiders.
Yeah, these relationships go beyond football. Even Tom Brady said in his press conference, he was like, I mean, you got guys that you know beyond football. But I mean, let's talk a little bit about this Washington situation now. Get to these games. Now, if you don't know, Jay, I know you don't want to hear it, brother, but you're gonna hear it, bro. I mean, this raggedy ass stadium out there in Landover, Maryland.
I've been there plenty of times. I've been there plenty of times.
Look, with all the obstructed views, the pole in front of the
horrible ass, funky ass stadium, man. You know, but anyway, so yeah, this stadium. What Jalen Hurts is walking off the field after winning the game.
That was crazy.
You know,
Yeah,
and walking to the tunnel. Next thing he knows, right before his eyes, some fans just come crashing down right in front of him. These motherfuckers fall on the ground, and start dapping them up, tapping them on the shoulder, taking selfies, shit like that. Bro, like, what do you think of this whole entire situation? But now some of these guys are actually suing the Washington football team. And Washington football team is gonna have a name on next month, February 2nd, which is actually my birthday. I mean,
February. It's February 2nd.
Yeah, February 2nd. So I mean, we're gonna see what the raggedy ass name is gonna be. But how do you feel?
They're saying it's Admirals because they messed up, and if you typed in Washington Admirals.com, it goes to the Washington football team website.
I think Commanders too.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Commanders, Admirals. I mean,
everybody said. I mean, we're gonna see what the name. I don't.
Why don't they just stay with Washington football team?
I'm fine with Washington football team. I'm fine with Washington.
It's different.
I'm fine with the W. I'm cool with it.
Well, you're the only raggedy ass team with no name.
Oh, Lord.
I'm gonna still call them motherfuckers the no name team because I'm gonna cook the fuck out you. Just like that. You the only fucking team in the NFL with no fucking name. Raggedy ass.
They Washington football team, bro. That's just what they is. WFT, brother. Yeah, that's it. Right. That's it. Not more, not less.
All right. But anyway, about these fucking fans. About these fans, spawn is like. Yeah. So
that's
how
crazy.
In the hell? How in the hell does this pass an inspection? Like, don't you have is Dan Snyder again paying somebody under the table, a contractor? Hey, look, just right. I know it's fucking broken. You know what I mean? If they fall, they fall. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Did he just cook some shady deal up?
That's what he cares about his own fans. Because it's your home stadium, and that's built for your home fans.
Bro, he does not care. Because the thing is, this isn't the first incident. They've had. Remember the incident? There was some type of water or bathroom substance.
The bathroom leaked. The bathroom leaked on top of the fence.
Bro, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't care.
All that urine and everything dumped on top of the fans while they're watching the game.
Yeah. So my biggest thing is, like I said, the stadium's out there in Landover, Maryland. All right. And if you're not from the area, like I said, it's PG County, and all of this and that. They're talking about they're building a stadium. I don't know if they're gonna build over top of the stadium, refurnish that, or they're gonna put them back in DC. Are they gonna put them over there by National Harbor? They're trying to definitely build that up, or they're gonna put them out in Virginia. But this is just a mess, man. It's like every time you turn around, there's something with this fucking franchise. You got Daniel Snyder messing with the cheerleaders, Larry Michaels, the former radio announcer. I remember the little dude. Yeah, I mean, doing all of that. And then you had, it's just tons of stuff. Every year there's something new.
Gruden's downfall came from Washington.
Gruden's downfall. My man was talking about his fucking lips with his brother. You know what I mean? Somebody got with the big gorilla lips or some bullshit like that.
No, but with Bruce Allen, the GM,
he's sending all those emails. Bro, that's what I'm saying. It's like all types of shit that comes out of Washington every fucking year, dog. It's like, can you get a season with them just playing false? Like, no. And then it was something else that was really funny too. I can't remember.
The
cheerleaders? The cheerleaders?
So they had the calendar shoot, and Daniel Snyder told all the cheerleaders to go be with all his millionaire friends.
Right,
and if you're not, you're fired.
Yep, and a lot of them are season tickets
suing, and that's why all this information's coming back for the lawsuit.
Yeah, that and what was the other situation too, dog? I can't
remember. How about the players? They told. Oh no, was it Gruden went to Bruce Allen and told him not to sign a certain player and screw him over money and hold him out, and so they'll screw them over. And then he was talking with the NFL's lawyer. And so the head lawyer for the NFL is in those emails answering back, laughing like, yeah, F that black blah, blah, blah player. We're going to screw him and make him get less money.
That's why the
NFL's not releasing the emails, because the head attorney for the NFL.
Yeah, they're protecting them.
That's too big. That's a huge story. If you crack that open, you need a league-wide investigation over the department. Remember the department with the head strength conditioning coach. Remember they investigated him for
selling drugs.
He
got arrested by the DEA on site.
They invaded the Washington football team weight room looking for drugs. An NFL organization looking for drugs. Like he's a drug kingpin. He's smuggling the drugs under the 45-pound plates.
He's Ron Rivera's boy, who he brought from Carolina. And so they always say with the football coach, it's a football coach, and then the strength and conditioning coach is always the first hire for the head football coach, especially in college. First guy, remember that racist guy with Iowa. First hire of a head coach is your strength and conditioning coach.
Right. You know what I mean? But hey, I mean, the Washington, we done cooking you. I'm sorry, you just had to take that. But let's pan back to some of these games for last week, man. And like I said, I mean, it's getting to the playoff time. There's so much shit going on. Fellas, let's start off with this. Jay, I guess on a high note for you, bro. I know we just cooked your squad, but your other squad, the Vegas Raiders, you know what I mean? They came out there, bro, and let the Colts have it on the road. You know, hostile territory. Indianapolis is a tough place to play. Even though they had Carson Wentz at quarterback, but they got Jonathan Taylor. You guys seem to keep him in check. And then ultimately, Derek Carr, man, you know, just doing what he does. Like
honoring John Madden with a victory.
Yep. Oh, yeah. R.I.P. John Madden, man. Like,
John Madden, of course.
Yeah. But Jay, I mean, that's your squad. Like, how are you feeling? Like, you guys, despite all the shit that's happened to you guys, you guys are really hanging in with the Ruggs situation, with the David Arnett situation. Who's
the rookie? Yeah, the rookie corner who got the DUI.
Hobbs.
It's the new guy.
Hobbs. Hobbs is nice though.
But you see, the coach said he's playing. I don't care. He's playing Sunday.
He damn right.
That with the Carl Nassib situation with him like openly gay.
He's like we may suspend him after the legal case, which may take a few months. He's playing Sunday night. The interim. He don't care. He's not gonna be the head coach next year.
We need him. Right,
man. You guys are a resilient squad, but how are you feeling about your squad, Jay? Like if that was my squad, I would be very proud of them, to be honest, because they could have easily just packed that shit in and was like, fuck this shit. We'll just get ready for next year.
Without the tight end, too. Waller hasn't been playing.
Waller just returned to practice actually today.
What happened to him?
He been hurt.
Wow. Injuries. Yeah.
Last 4 weeks. Been hurt.
So we've been kind of really scraping the barrel with that. No, I'm proud of our guys. To be honest with you, there's been a lot of turmoil in Vegas. I think that people don't give enough credit to the Raiders because a lot of people just saying like you're mid, y'all fell off and stuff like that. I mean, it's hard because for the past few years, Raiders would start half the string of season strong and then sink in general. But it is kind of ridiculous how all these bad things are happening. Top target. Something's happening. So I'm proud of making it this far, honestly. I don't know where we go from here, but
so they're
you got a shot, bro. Winning you're in. It's in Vegas. The casino's alive now. You know what I mean? Do you guys make the call to Vegas? Like, look, tell the fucking Chargers to back off. We need to make the playoffs. All right? We've been too much.
Yeah.
All right. You see the funniest scenario would be if Jacksonville wins.
And look, he keeps over that Jacksonville.
Here we go. The Jacksonville wins.
When Jacksonville wins and when Pittsburgh wins, the Raiders and Chargers, if they just make a deal to tie, Raiders and Chargers are both in the playoffs. Pittsburgh's out. If one of them wins, Pittsburgh's in. It's a watch. They'll go to Sunday night, and it'll be a 0-0 tie. Like 3 and out. Just waste the whole game.
I know that's what you're wishing for, but
no, I'm wishing for a win. One of them got to win. So after Jacksonville pulls off the victory, I will be in the house in Baltimore to see Ben's last regular season game
as a Steeler.
Yeah,
I do think Ben is.
He's done.
You think he's done?
What makes me nervous about this week, from a gambling angle, he was too emotional after Monday night, crying. I mean, I'm like, dude, we got one more game. You can't be acting like this the end of your career.
Ben said, like, fuck that game. So
nobody playing.
If it wasn't the Steelers and my love for my beloved team, from a betting angle, I would take the Ravens this week. Because of all that emotion. Now the Ravens said Lamar Jackson might. No, but they've lost 4 games in a row by 1 point.
I know, but like that Packers game was, man.
The Packers game, and then this week the Rams. I was in the house for that one too, and they lost by 1 again.
Yeah, I mean, the Ravens just, like I said, they just had a bad. They look at all this stuff they battled through. They're a resilient bunch too. I mean, losing your top 2 corners.
What I couldn't understand with them this week. So Harbaugh's been aggressive all season, And then this Sunday, he wants to settle for field goals. Every time they had the ball, no, we're not going to. And then they lost 2019. He lost by 1, settling for all them damn field goals.
Yeah. But I mean, as far as like I said, you guys did pull the win, the victory over them. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about this Kansas City game, man. Kansas City lost to the Bengals. Now the fucking bro. Now I'm seeing Bengals fans. Now I'm seeing Bengals fans walking around Maryland. I'm walking to Walmart. I got, where'd you get that hat from? I ain't never seen that before. Oh yeah, I like Jamar Chase. Oh, okay, you like okay. All right.
Oh, you like Jamar Chase? Oh, okay. You don't like.
I mean, you got to respect Burrow. Joe Burrow. Coming off people forgot he tore his ACL and MCL last year. Coming back from that injury and playing the way he is, getting them in the playoffs.
But the thing is, he was doing this before. Remember, he was lighting shit on fire. 400
as a rookie,
300-yard passing games, and then they came to offensive line, didn't protect him. We got 8 up. But yeah, this year, I mean, the Bengals, they got an opportunity to be the number 1 seed. Do they have an opportunity to do that?
Yeah, no, they do.
They can still do that. I mean, the Cincinnati Bengals with young Joe Burrow at QB came out there. You know what I mean? That was in Kansas City, right? They beat them?
No, in Cincinnati.
Still in Cincinnati.
The worst thing was, I mean,
they're saying they got that call, though.
3rd and 27, and they got the first down. I mean, what the heck is the Kansas City defensive coordinator running 0 coverage on, I think it was a 3rd and 27.
Yeah.
Up to Jamar Chase first down.
He's stupid. I mean, was it not Jim Schwartz. I forgot what's the dude. Old
Spagnuolo.
Steve Spagnuolo. It's stupid. But yeah, I mean, that is wild. I mean, for me, with that, I don't know. I mean, are the Bengals for real? I'm not.
Yeah, absolutely.
You think?
I mean, I was always thinking they were legit in the very beginning. I got worried because Joe Burrow started to get injured. But once Joe Burrow started to come up, I'm like, that's it. You got to think they got T. Higgins, Chase. You know, like and Joe. You know. Joe,
Tyler Boyd. I mean,
Tyler Boyd is still there too.
The Bengals are solid. Nice. Now we'll say this:
Joe Mixon.
The running back got COVID right now.
Joe Mixon.
Oh, yeah, Joe Mixon got COVID today. Yeah,
that is fucked up. But yeah, I mean, the Bengals, like I said, they're gonna be possibly a tough out, or are they just teasing people? I know for one fucking thing, they line up against the right squad. I'm gonna bet fuck against them.
They got to play
Kansas City in the playoffs. Give me the Chiefs.
Would they think would they think strategy this week?
To the Super Bowl.
If the Bengals win, they play the Chiefs. If they lose, they play the Titans. Would you rather play the Titans or the Chiefs?
Man, I could just imagine that. I'm
imagining teams got to start thinking like, well, if we lose, we can match up with the Titans instead of play the Chiefs. Let's just bench everybody and play all the backup.
But do you want to play the Chiefs with King Henry back though?
Well, look what happened. So today the line flipped. So Baker's not playing, but the Browns are -4.5 favorites. So something happened in Cincinnati where they're gonna play nobody.
Yeah, they ain't gonna play.
They try to lose to play Tennessee instead of playing Kansas City.
Yeah, you want to line up against Tennessee, don't you? Okay, watch. When I'm guaranteed if that's the matchup. Yeah. All right, I don't care. Right, wrong, whatever. King Henry's in the build. I'm laying that money on him. Let's go, man. But I gotta see how he looks first. But like, he ain't coming back for nothing, man. Like, y'all forgot who the fucking real dog is. Y'all I get it, Jonathan Taylor. I've been talking about Jonathan Taylor. I have been talking about him. All right. Now all this new media talk about JT MVP. Hold up. Like, remember when we were talking about like the top 10 running backs in the league and all of this and that? Mm-hmm. Like, nobody was really talking about him like that. You know what I mean? They were like, he's all right. You know what I mean? Like, but now it's like, they give him the acronym JT now.
No, I'm about to say I had him. To be honest with you, I had him. We had
him at top 5. I think.
I'm about to say, I had him. I think collectively we had him. I'm about to say I had him at 4. I'm not gonna lie.
No, you didn't, bro.
Jonathan Taylor. Look,
go back and watch
King
the
Henry.
episode.
All right, I watch it, but King Henry. I remember Dalvin Cook.
It was like Chubb, Kamara, and them niggas.
Nah, I got
Saquon Barkley.
It was like
I never
Barkley.
Saquon.
It was like McCaffrey.
No, Dalvin. Yeah,
it was like Aaron Jones.
I had Henry, Dalvin Cook, McCaffrey. Or maybe I'm going by my fantasy lineup. and then Kamara.
Oh my God.
So, okay. All right. Yeah, Taylor may have been 5 out my top 5. But yeah, at the beginning.
But now I'm just fucking with you, bro. All you gotta do is watch the episode. And
Oh
see
yeah,
what
I'm gonna go watch back that.
But nah, that is cool though. But nah, the Bengals, I give them respect. I do respect. Like I said, I do respect the Bengals. You know what I mean? They've been hanging in there, and the coach has doing a pretty solid job.
They still hold the grudge from Kimo von Olafen for breaking Carson Palmer's leg. And the Steelers go on to win the Super Bowl that year.
Yeah. That was when they had a chance too.
Yeah, they were the number one team. They were the 6th seed, and they went there, and then they went to India and won.
This is the same guy that broke Tom Brady's leg, right?
No. Tom Brady was another guy. This is Kimo. No, it was a different dude.
I thought it was the same guy.
Because Tom Brady was a safety. Safety came in and broke his leg.
Okay, I thought it was
safety. I think from Kansas City. I don't remember the guy's name.
Okay,
hard hitting safety. I think Pollard. It might be Bernard Pollard.
Pollard. It could have been him
with Brady.
I thought it was the guy from the
If my memory serves me right, I don't remember.
But anyway, I mean, and that game.
Look, I remember Kimo's because the Steelers were struggling, and then Carson Palmer out. Steelers blow him out. I was like, hell yeah!
Dallas keep it close.
Hey, talking about Dallas, them motherfuckers lost to Arizona at home, dog.
Thank you for the money, the check. It was easy. Yeah. Plus
Mike McCarthy using up all his timeouts, can't challenge and fumble at the end of the game.
+9, Dalton Murray, +9. Easy. Easy.
I hear you, bro. I hear you. Because they're saying that it's likely this is going to be the first round wild card matchup.
Oh, yeah.
Them going back to Dallas again. Dallas, they're going to win the division. Yeah. And by the looks of it, if the Rams don't lose to the 49ers, the Rams will be the 2nd seed.
Yeah. So the only thing left in the NFC is the 49ers or Saints for that last spot.
49ers and Saints. If the 49ers win, they're in. If the
49ers lose, Saints win, Saints are in.
Right, but if the 49ers, if they both lose, who the Saints play? Panthers or something?
Yeah.
I gotta look. But yeah, the Saints, they should win. But yeah, the thing is, the Rams, they got something to fight for because the Rams, if they lose, they're gonna fall back to that 3 seed. All right, and then the Bucs, they're gonna win. They're playing Carolina. Bucs would like to probably be at that 2 spot and would rather take on somebody like the Eagles rather than the 49ers. Like I said, now Bucs fans, like I said, now I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. If you listen to the show, I've already said the teams that the Bucs don't match up well against. It says the Rams, it says the 49ers, and I said it's Washington. We lost to 2 of those teams already. All right. Look at Patrick. Look to what I said. I said we don't match up well with the Rams. We lost. We don't match up well with Washington. We lost despite the bad and obviously the Saints. And now it might come to fruition that we play the 49ers with that fucking slow-moving bowling offense with the play action and the good solid defense against Tom Brady. I mean, I'm gonna have to be at that game. If they play the 49ers, regardless, I'm going. To the wild card game. All right. But anyway, I mean, what was we talking? We were talking about that last week's game. What game was that? We were talking about Dallas. So how do we guys feel about this? How do we feel about Dallas going to the playoffs and just the Cardinals in general? Like
Dallas is so inconsistent, and then now without Michael Gallup is out, that's a big part of their offense. Yeah, that might be the other reason why Tampa's holding on to AB. They don't want Dallas to pick him up and replace Gallup.
I don't want to see AB. Because the thing is, that's likely to be a second round matchup. If we beat probably the 49ers or the Eagles, whoever we're playing, and the Cowboys probably play the Cardinals, or if they play them again, I mean, that would be a tough matchup. But if we play Dallas again, I think we'll have it in Tampa, if I'm not mistaken. But AB coming back to scorch our already sketchy defensive backfield. So
they see Tampa. It's only money. I mean, they could all they got to do is just pay him and force him not to play for anybody else.
Yeah.
That's their choice. So they either pay him the rest of the year and just suspend him and not release him. If they release him, he could sign with anybody. Yeah. Or they could hold up until the first week of the playoffs start and then release him after the Monday. So he doesn't have time to learn the offense.
Yeah.
We got a lot going on that side, man.
Yeah,
2 more games
going on.
left for the recap, fellas. Bucks, and we're gonna do this Bucks game. We're gonna close out with the Steelers game for the recap. But for the Bucks, man, that game in New York, man, I said, it was a very weird game. I was surprised they actually won, man. But I mean, I know that all the attention's on Tom Brady. I mean, AB, but I mean, credit to Tom Brady, man. Like, I'll be honest with you. I never really fucked with Tom Brady like that until he came with the Bucks. I was a Peyton Manning type guy. I still am. I still love Peyton. Peyton Manning is my favorite quarterback. Him and Aaron Rodgers. And I still like Aaron Rodgers. Those are my favorite personal quarterbacks. And then it's like Tom Brady. Now I've kind of come around and see what it's like. But Tom Brady is incredible, man. Like if you really understand X's and O's, it's just great to see. Like how he just dissects and picks shit apart, and how he angles the ball and gets his guys in and out of traffic. There's nobody like that in NFL history. Like I said, I love all of my other guys, but the way he was able to lead them back, you know what I mean? His leadership skills with all the AB shit, he could have fucked that up and let that guy into his head and his psyche. He didn't let it shake him, man. He went out there, he balled. You know, it was a few time, you know, some time left on the clock, and led them boys down the field with Mike Evans, Tyler Johnson. Shout out to these guys, and I guess our hero Cyril Grayson. You know, number 15 of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man.
I'm not hearing yet.
Right, that's what I'm saying, bro. I had to research the guy and look him up. I was like, this guy, they said he didn't even play college football. He was a track star.
Wow.
I mean, look, man. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy there. But that's not that crazy too, though.
Was he the guy? Who was it? When Brady was thinking about coming back to Tampa, he was working out somewhere in Arizona, and the guy he was working out with grabbed a receiver who hadn't played in years.
It could have been.
Yeah, Brady had the Bucs sign him, and it was like this dude hadn't played ball in years. Brady was practicing with him in the offseason. He was like, "Look, we need to sign this dude," and he's been on the Bucs. He won a Super Bowl.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, it could have been him. Like, the greatness of Tom Brady, man. Like, you can't take this shit for granted, man. Like, just watching the game, I wasn't even really worried about winning the game, man. I just wanted to make sure the guys' heads are right for the playoffs so we don't get bounced in the first round. Let alone, you know, go out there and winning the game. I mean, his man leading them down the field, you know, and then throwing the game-winning touchdowns with like 20 seconds left. That's incredible.
I mean, my thing is, I think, that's something that's undervalued, right? Leadership and stuff like that, and composure. Because I mean, that's like one thing that
you start with Derek Carr.
Yeah.
That dude has impressed me this year. I mean, I wouldn't mind if he's the Steelers quarterback next year. Just from the look, I had my doubts.
His value went up.
The press conference he had after that Henry Ruggs deal, that to me is leadership. I mean, when someone's at the lowest point to still be the leader is, that said a lot about Derek Carr. And then the way the season has gone.
Yeah.
I mean, all you can say is just tip your cap for Jim, and that's
you gotta respect people like
that. Derek Carr's always been that guy, though. Like in my opinion.
Carr, but the thing is, the Raiders squad, though. Like we're gonna give our shots once like the season's over, but the Raiders' whole entire squad, like their whole organization, you know what I mean? For them to come back from all of that, somebody, killing somebody, like Henry Rose killed somebody in a car accident. John Gruden is, a crazy racist guy. You know what I mean? Like I said, all of this other stuff, Arnett. This Hobbs guy. I mean, Cardnassa, coming out and saying he's openly gay before the season. You know what I mean? That. You got so much stuff, and they were able to battle through it. But like I said, getting back to
one game to make the playoffs. I mean, if you tell them that's unbelievable. If you tell them at the beginning of the year, and the thing is, one game for the playoffs.
It's one game, one game. If you win that game, the thing is, I mean, if you play in the Raiders, you better bring it, because I'm telling you, they're gonna score some points. And the thing is, and the other thing is, you're gonna see a little redhead dude coming around the edge, and his name is Max Crosby. All right,
you gotta talk to him again.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, if you don't know, you better find out, man. But he's a monster. But I mean, like I said, to close out with the stuff with the Bucs. I mean, the Bucs, like I said, it was an impressive win in New York because I was not expecting them to win. I was definitely prepared for them to take the L. Maybe the Jets gave it to them because it's like they're fighting for that draft capital. But I'm happy they did because I did not want to take that L, and I'm pretty sure a lot of Bucs fans didn't either. Now, Z, man, before we move on to the this week's games, I gotta let you have it for this Steelers stuff, man. The Steelers Browns game, big division rival.
Lost me money.
Emotional.
Did you take the fucking smelly ass Browns?
No. I ain't taking money line. They were in the parlay though. I thought it was gonna be close enough. I mean, I got sunk already, but I thought it'd be close.
So Najee beat you with that last touchdown.
Bro, I fucking lost it.
Najee
lost it. I almost broke my desk.
If you look on Twitter, all the people who lost fantasy championships on that, they have people calling their opponent, "Congratulations on your victory. It was a great season. You won the fantasy championship." Najee 60-yard touch. Hold up, I won. And they're like, "Take that, congratulations back, you lost." I mean, if you go on Twitter, there's so many people who would talk about, they were calling their opponent, congratulating them on winning the title. And as they're talking to the phone of them, Najee flips it and wins it for the other guy. And they were thinking they would just be done.
Yo, but in that game, Z, like, how do you, like I said, you are a Steelers fan, like a super fan.
It was
like,
it
this
was
seeing your boys
emotional
shoot up one last time.
Emotional for me. Emotional for me. I mean, Ben, man, 18 years, man. As a Steeler fan, if you know the bridge between Bradshaw to Ben and all the quarterbacks from Mark Malone, Bubby Brister, Neil O'Donnell, Mike Tomczak, Cordell Stewart. I mean, just the agony and pain. Reggie Collier. I mean, just the depression of all those quarterbacks in between.
That Tommy Maddox, he was all right for a minute. He was hot for. He was all right. He was nice.
Until playoff time. And then playoff time, he throw it away. I mean, so all those quarterbacks between Bradshaw and Ben. And think about Ben's rookie year, 15-1 as a rookie. And that was it, 18 years ago. First year, he goes, first game of the year, Tomczak gets hurt, and Ben's in. And they go 15-1. And the Patriots, of course, cheated with the Spygate. And that was the only reason the Steelers didn't go to the Super Bowl that year. But two-time Super Bowl champion, the true owner of the Cleveland Browns, Ben Roethlisberger.
The true owner.
He is the true owner. Look at that copyright.
I mean, just think about 5th all-time in wins in the history of the NFL, 8th all-time in passing in the history of the NFL, 5th all-time in yards in the history of the NFL. I mean, MVP, 6-time Pro Bowler, Rookie of the Year. I mean, that career.
It's incredible.
And you take all that aside, in Pittsburgh, he's a Pittsburgh guy. He's a tough guy. He took hits. He played tough.
Yeah, he was ready for sure.
So for me, it was emotional. I mean, watching that game and watching the end. I mean, this year, yes. I mean, he's not the same guy. And maybe all the hits he took at the beginning of his career are affecting how he does at the end. The offensive line with 3-4 rookies playing doesn't help either. I mean, this year. But to have a game like that at the end, and then to have it be a victory, to have it have the city celebrate Ben.
Over a division rival. Yeah, over a division rival. And the thing is, with Ben, man, like Ben was an incredible dude.
And then caps his career. 17-0 at home versus the Cleveland Browns in the regular season. Now they did lose the playoff game last year, but in the regular season,
please don't talk about that. Please don't talk. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
I know.
The fucking smelly ass. Yeah. But all right.
But we talking about the Browns?
But
shit.
So this week, one last game at Baltimore. I will be in the building to salute my guy Ben. Hopefully they could win and make the playoffs, and Jacksonville could pull off a miracle. But if they're not, if it's the last game,
so I hate to have this question down on you, Z, but do you think the allegations outside of football is going to follow him, affect him as far as getting in the Hall of Fame?
They were just allegations.
Okay, just want to make sure.
No, he wasn't convicted of nothing. It was allegations, and that's
Did she? What
I'm
was
about
it?
to
What
say-
was it again?
I'm about to say no rapes.
was it the
I've been
girl?
saying,
Yeah,
I've been
it was-
saying,
yeah,
I
it
still
was-
see a lot of Steelers fans still think
Yeah.
he did it.
a girl in Georgia. I
He
mean,
paid him off though, didn't she? Didn't he pay her off?
that maybe we don't know. He was hanging out with some offensive linemen at the University of Georgia. Something happened, and all we know is no charges were brought up. League did
Look at Big Z.
So
being a real
league-
Steelers fan. He going down.
Let's think about it. He was suspended. What they suspended him 4 games, reduced to 2 after the appeal. But I mean, in the end,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
but yeah. The
Stuff
talk
on-
is that I mean, I don't know Ben personally, but I know the football player. I know what he meant to the city. I know what he meant to me as a fan, and I know what those 2 Super Bowls meant. I mean, that Super Bowl winning it in Detroit for me. I was a kid in '79. I don't remember '79.
Yeah.
So for me, 40 was my Super Bowl,
Right.
and having Ben ride out at the sunset, that's Ben Roethlisberger, Hall of Fame quarterback, Hall of Fame career. I mean, people could say what they want. If Tom Brady wasn't in New England, Ben is a definite Hall of Famer with a couple more Super Bowls.
That's fair.
I mean,
Yeah.
think about it.
It
Tom
definitely
Brady-
did step
Tom
on their
Brady went
toes
to-
a few times. Yeah.
10 Super Bowls. And how many of them were because of Spygate? The original team that got crushed on Spygate was Pittsburgh. And the film The League Destroyed was the first game Steelers win 48-10, and then they lose in the playoffs.
Who was the Deflated football game? What game was it? No, it was the Colts. That was the Colts.
Which one?
Yeah.
Deflategate, right?
No, Deflategate was the Colts. Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah. So Steelers, Spygate, Deflategate, Colts.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, that's why Tomlin in the locker room, we got to take on those assholes up in New England.
Hey, them motherfuckers will cheat to win it. I'm telling you. And the thing is, there's a lot of other teams that are cheating as well.
Yeah,
All right,
absolutely.
to get these wins, I'm telling you, might not know what way, but I'm telling you, there's ways that you can cheat. I mean, not just by paying off the refs. There's a lot.
Full disclosure,
of stuff
when
you
they
can
talk about the Steelers of the '70s, they talk a lot of, especially the offensive linemen. I think a bunch of them were caught with steroids before steroids were illegal.
do. Oh yeah.
But
He was jacked up.
I mean, if you're gonna
Arnold Schwarzenegger out there on the line, But like I said, I mean, but yes, to get back to Ben in this game, man. I mean, I was just watching him, when I was growing up, like Ben Roethlisberger was just a top tier quarterback, franchise quarterback. He was up there with Peyton Manning and Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady and all of that. And then, he was different because he was big, he was athletic, he was hang in the pocket. He would hold on and take those sacks.
Pump fake with one hand, still hold the ball, palm the ball.
He'll run you over. Like, he would run over linebackers, defensive linemen.
He's
all
a
types of
Pittsburgh quarterback. He fit Pittsburgh. I mean,
and the thing is, with the reason why I respect Ben Roethlisberger, is because him playing, and I'll always go and I'll fight, for this, playing outside in grass in bad weather cities like that. When you play outside in Pittsburgh, Green Bay, New England, places like that, as opposed to a cozy dome like Drew Brees did and Peyton Manning, I'm telling you, them guys are not who you think they were if they played in these cities. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, what he doing out there in Green Bay is incredible, dog.
Yeah,
they
just don't know.
They don't know. What Tom Brady did out there in New England is incredible. Have you just tried to walk around those cities without a jacket? These guys are out there playing, and some of them don't even wear sleeves. You know what I mean? It's incredible to throw the ball in these windy, like I said, Ben Roethlisberger. Have you been to Pittsburgh in November, December? You know what I mean? Obviously, we know global warming is a real thing, but
wrapped up in the fur, face all frozen.
Yeah, January. I mean, come on, you don't even want to be out there. But these guys are out there sleeveless, throwing the ball around these windy ass stadiums, and trying to win football games. So that's incredible. And you're doing that for 18 years?
18 years, same
that's
team.
Incredible.
Went to 3 Super Bowls, won 2.
Yeah.
I mean, that 14-0 against the Browns at home.
Yep. Hey, let's talk about the Browns. Now I gotta crush these Browns before we move on to these games. Now
Baker out this week.
Sucks.
He's not playing.
Baker Mayfield sucks. Baker Mayfield
Not
sucks.
the camera shake.
All right,
Not the camera
he
shake.
sucks. All right. He's not the problem. Odell was never the problem out there in Cleveland.
Wow.
Baker Mayfield was. He fucking sucks. What
And
don't you understand?
They got a huge decision.
He sucks.
Are they going to pay him?
He's
Go ahead,
injured
pay him.
too. He's
Go ahead,
injured.
pay him.
He's injured too. I don't think they're
No,
gonna pay him.
I want the Cleveland Browns to pay him so the Steelers can come
So
back and
do
find the quarterback.
y'all really think they're gonna pay him though?
They probably gonna have
They'll franchise him and buy another year. They have to.
Okay, that's smart. Okay,
He's
that's
next up.
Smart. That's smart. Yeah, but
the
it's
thing
like,
is, he gonna.
but that's the thing though. He's like we
I
said.
mean, they have franchise at $30 million a year.
Cleveland's
I'm about to
so
say,
quick
well,
to put
we
the
know
trust
you-
into anybody, man.
Man,
Like I said,
look.
I know they've sucked for so long, but it was like, this is our savior, Baker Mayfield.
Oh, no,
Remember when
he's the most hated now, though.
No. What happened to
here's
my man's? My man's that came up. Who was it? I forgot
Johnny
his name.
Manziel? Oh yeah, Johnny Football. Motherfucking Johnny Football, bro. They thought he was. They put their trust in anybody. Fucking Tim Couch, Ty Detmer, what's the other
Spurgeon
dude?
Wynn.
Yeah, him. What's the other
What
dude?
was
Charlie
the
Fry,
They drafted him over Tom. They took
Brody
Spurgeon Wynn.
Coyle, Brady Quinn. You know,
Brady Quinn.
motherfuckers on college football. Now I see
Brady-
he look good in the suit. Though he look like Superman in the suit. You know what I mean? He couldn't throw a football for shit though.
He was a janitor.
They even had no, because Jason Campbell went there after he left Washington. He went to Cleveland.
Jason Campbell.
Gosh, you talking about Campbell suit? Oh my gosh, that man was garbage. Jeez Louise.
But their only Pro
Kelly
Bowler-
Holcomb.
Kelly Holcomb, the only girl Pro Bowl. Remember this name? I don't know if y'all remember. Remember Derek Anderson, Pro Bowler.
Oh,
though.
yeah,
He was
yeah.
alright. He had his ups and downs. And then they also drafted that. What's that baseball guy to college? What's the Brandon Whedon?
Brandon
Oklahoma
Whedon?
State.
Oh,
First round
man.
pick.
Yeah.
Brandon Whedon.
Brandon Whedon,
He had
old
some
ass
high- he had some-
college guy.
He had some heat coming out. People were thinking he could be all right.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I remember the stories behind that. I remember
Yup.
that being the thing. Right.
But yeah, Cleveland, we had to break and win. But yeah, Brody.
Bro, I can't wait for Cleveland to come back.
Huh?
Just because they had so many good players, bro. And it's just,
They got a good squad.
Yeah, they got a squad.
We need a
bro.
quarterback. Send them Derek. Do you want to send them Derek Carr?
Oh fuck no! For what? We'll take Jarvis Landry. We'll take both your running
But
backs.
Here's the interesting thing with Cleveland, though.
We'll
So
take half your line, then we'll trade it.
Their GM and the coach did not draft Baker, so they're not loyal. I mean, they got Andrew Berry, their GM from Washington, and they took him from Washington.
Man,
and
this
then,
offseason is gonna be so
so
fun.
they're not married to Baker. They didn't draft Baker.
They're not. That's what
Do
I'm
the
saying.
Browns go after somebody like what's the Tyler Huntley? That motherfucker looks really good. He looks really good. You know what I mean? He's gonna have a job somewhere, or the Ravens sign him as a backup. You know?
Remember, I was getting a report. He's locked in.
Who?
Because of the contract.
Oh,
Yeah, remember I was
So
telling
they
you.
might
I
trade
found
him.
out.
Oh, they'll trade him to the Browns though.
Yeah, I doubt he's going.
But I think he's got one more year. Yeah, one more.
Yeah, he
year
got
with
one more
them.
year where he's locked in. Like he's locked in.
And
Yeah.
remember, the Ravens still got to give Lamar his $400 million.
Oh yeah,
So,
damn,
let's sit there.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. But
That's gonna crush their cap, so they'll be done.
The thing is, I mean, before we move on to the games for this week, fellas, do we think? Like I said, I mean, I respect Lamar and I like Lamar and all that. To me, he has not developed as a passer.
Oh my
Tyler
gosh, let's
Huntley-
talk about it.
Tyler Huntley as a backup has shown that he's more developed as. I don't know if it's because they got tape
Here's the
on
thing.
him,
So I've been to a few Ravens games this year. So I saw Tyler Huntley 3 times. And the thing about him that's different than Lamar,
he is a pocket passer.
yeah, he runs the offense.
He can run though.
He doesn't.
He's a passer that can run.
Yeah,
Lamar is a runner that can pass.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, with Huntley, if the offense, if his progressions are flat, tight end, deep, he's going to do that. Flat,
There you go. Yeah.
tight end. I mean, he's
I'm happy
going to
you
do
said
the
that.
offense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where
He might
Lamar
have went
will
over
do
somebody's
flat,
head with that.
and
They
then
were
he'll
like, what are
take
you
off and
talking
go
about?
80 yards because he can go 80 yards.
They're like, what is the flat? What is
Lamar be like
talking about-
flat.
Oh,
Receiver
sorry,
number
sorry.
1.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. But when you're sitting there watching him, I mean, you could just see it. runs the offense.
Right.
It's
And
smooth,
so-
too.
And that's the perfect backup quarterback because you know
Yeah.
he's going to run the offense. Now, where he gets in trouble is Harbaugh's over aggressiveness. I mean,
And they have no receivers.
yeah. I mean,
They have
well,
no receivers.
this
They have
week,
a nice
what I
tight
noticed,
end.
so Bateman, the rookie, is going to be a player.
Oh, he's a monster.
He's
Yeah,
the
Bateman is a monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I do not like Marquise Brown.
He's
I
way
don't
better
like-
than Marquise
He's okay.
Brown. Bateman
He's
is
a
the number one
third.
guy. Andrews 1, Bateman 2.
Oh, yeah.
And
And
they
Yeah,
don't
Andrews
have
is-
any-
that should be all right. That should be all right, though.
yeah.
In my honest opinion.
But now, before we move, now, do you think the Ravens, is Lamar Jackson worth their money? Or do you think
No,
the
they
Baltimore-
have to pay him because of Harbaugh loves him. And the city loves him. Lamar owns Baltimore. I mean, if you ever go to a Baltimore game, that is Lamar Jackson Stadium.
That's
when they show their, the hype videos and everything, you'll see the Ray Lewis's, the Ed Reeds. They throw in some Rod Woods and stuff, and then it's Lamar.
Yep.
Yeah.
The only person they talk about for this team is Lamar.
Yep.
And Harbaugh. So it's the coach and the quarterback. And now Andrews this year has stepped up.
I
So
mean, I
that
just want to see
connection is
Lamar
there.
develop as a passer. I do want to. I love Lamar. I just want to see him develop more as a
You'll be
passer.
waiting.
And I need the coaching staff to help my man. I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's Greg Roman, the officer. I don't know who it is, but somebody needs to help him out, man, because Josh Allen took that next step. You know what I mean? And a lot of these other guys took the next step.
He also needs. I mean, I think Bateman has a chance to be a true number one receiver.
Yeah, he hasn't had.
Baltimore hasn't had
hasn't
one.
had
Yeah, that's true. That's fair.
Bateman is nice. Bateman is really, really.
Nah, you're right. You're right.
They really wanted Juju. They ended up with Sammy Watkins, who hasn't really done anything. I mean, they were trying to pay Juju 17, 18 a year.
I remember because they needed somebody, and
Who?
that's the only
Ravens.
Juju Smith-Schuster. They were trying to pay
Yeah.
him. They were trying to pay him. Who does Juju even
Ravens?
play for now?
He got hurt. He ripped up his shoulder in Pittsburgh. So he turned down 18 million from Baltimore, 16 million from Kansas City to take 8 million to come back to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he played himself.
And then he got hurt. I mean, but he thought he was going to have a big year and then get his 5-year deal.
Yeah, he should have took them. But the thing is, with Juju, before we move on, I've been said this, man. He is not a number one receiver. He tried it. He thought when he was opposite of AB, he thought he was the man.
All-world.
Yeah.
Because AB was getting.
He was worthy at that point. It looked like he was getting number one receivers.
And
Think about it. He's a Pro Bowl receiver that year.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm telling you, he was sitting there dancing and doing all of this stuff. AB left. You getting that number one corner. You were getting the Jalen Ramsey. You was getting the Jair Alexanders and all of these guys, and you couldn't do nothing with them. They was locking you up, bro. You know what I mean? You couldn't do nothing. You didn't even draw double teams. Claypool, as a rookie, came out and balled on you. He was getting sometimes the number one corner and still cooking them and lost them.
And then this year, Deontay Johnson took over.
Right. You know? So yeah. But, I mean, hey, it is what it is, fellas. Let's move on to this next week. So last week, final week in the regular season, fellas.
17.
So, a lot to fight for in certain games. So looking at the schedule, I'm not going to go game. Well, what is it? The Bengals, Browns, did they have anything to fight for?
I mean, Bengals trying to fight for the number one seed. The Browns, I guess, to stay alive, but
no, Browns are out. They were out.
Browns are out, right?
Okay, yeah, they were out before the Steeler game. That's why they were.
Yeah,
they were done. Yeah,
I mean, you got what Green Bay. You got Green Bay, Detroit. Green Bay is going to probably Green Bay's got the number one seed locked up, right?
Yeah.
But
Aaron Rodgers announced he wanted to play.
He might play because the thing is, I mean, what happened with Green Bay? They've locked up these high seeds, and the thing is, they get there and they kind of fizzle out, and they lose in the NFC Championship game. So I think he might want to stay high.
My question is, do y'all think they're beating the Cowboys?
Who, Green Bay?
Yeah, because there's a lot of people thinking that
they're at home. Green Bay will beat anybody in Green Bay.
I'm about to say he don't throw interceptions at home for real. Oh yeah.
The only thing with Aaron Rodgers, I will say, and I don't think it's going to apply to this season because I think the Packers have bigger hopes. Historically, with Green Bay, when they get into the playoffs, is they cool off. They cool off for whatever reason.
Packers are at the Lions this week. That's why Aaron wants to run up his stats and get some money.
Yeah, no, Aaron's out of there. I was talking to someone about that too. They're like, we don't think Aaron's out of there. He's lying. I'm like, oh no.
Shit, Aaron gone.
Aaron is gone.
He is gone. He's long
Yeah,
gone. And we're gonna talk about where he's gonna go too. But right now, I mean, you don't want to play the Green Bay Packers right now, but they're playing the Lions this week. They roll. Let's see who else is fighting for something. Oh, the Colts,
Jaguars.
Now this game, the Jags.
We are all Jaguar fans this week.
Who's the Jags starting quarterback? Who's the Jags starting? Is it Lawrence?
Lawrence, Trevor Lawrence.
Woo, come on, Trevor.
They ain't winning no fucking games.
Yeah, they not. He's out of here. Get him out of here.
They're gonna get that fucking ball to Jonathan Taylor and get
coming off a 50-3 loss to the Patriots. Patriots beat them 50-3.
Z, that's who you putting your hopes in, brother.
Yeah.
The team that lost 50-3. I understand it's New England, and New England looking like they can come out the AFC with a rookie quarterback in Mac Jones.
So my question is Mac Jones been getting unnecessary flack?
The first time they played, Colts won 23-17. So close game. They played them tough.
It will. What did you say, Jay?
People were shitting on Mac Jones earlier. So is Mac Jones getting this respect? More so Belichick? Because I'm telling you right now, remember in the beginning, it was a train wreck. Everyone was shitting on Belichick. Easy. The fact that he brought that squad back from the depths.
No, how would you like to be San Francisco? Traded all that stuff to get Trey Lance. When Shanahan really wanted Mac Jones. He didn't want Trey Lance.
Well, he's still young.
John Lynch wanted Trey Lance. John Lynch's guy was Trey Lance, and they took Trey Lance.
We still got time for Trey Lance, though. But yeah, I mean, Mac Jones does right now. Trey Lance hasn't obviously played. He won last week.
He played last week, and he's playing this week with everything on the line. They got to go with Trey Lance.
It's the second or third game, though. But I mean, obviously it happens. But yeah, Mac Jones, I'm not taking up. He's incredible, man. The way he's able to just dissect stuff and just take. He's doing what Tom did. You know what I mean? And the thing is, that's the way you play quarterback, dog.
Imagine those meetings in San Francisco, and whereas Shanahan wanted Mac Jones and the front office.
But it's a different system. Mac Jones can't do the rollout. Look at 49ers system. They run that play action and rollout stuff, and they hit George Kittle. Mac Jones ain't running no fucking where. He's just gonna drop back 3-step, 5-step drop.
They would adjust it because the guy. Think about it. His pro day was run by Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan did his whole pro day for him. That's why everybody was saying they're taking Mac Jones.
He ain't like what he saw. They was like, oh yeah, he gonna chase. Nah. Yeah. Then why did they take him?
Because John Lynch had the final say as a GM.
Oh no,
so the talk was they were Mac Jones all the way to the end, and everybody out. John Lynch made the decision, and he said long term he took Trey Lance.
But the thing is, everybody was kind of down on. Everybody was kind of clowning Mac. Everybody, all the media outlets, they would talk. The hype was around Trey Lance.
It was
Zach Wilson and Trevor. There was,
but they were saying the two people banging the table for Mac Jones, Belichick and Shanahan, and their relationships like this. Because remember, Belichick sent Garoppolo to Shanahan.
Yeah.
And so the only two people who are banging the table, and because of Saban, former Belichick assistant, so Saban pumping up Mac Jones to him. And there you go. Yeah. Now we're a year into it. Mac Jones is going to be rookie of the year.
But getting back to this game, I mean, you better hope and pray that Jacksonville wins and they're not. But I think the Colts roll and they get the win and they go into the playoffs, man. That's just my opinion on it.
Right, but 21-17 Jacksonville.
Yeah, I mean, you guys got to moving on. You guys got to fight yourself this week. You guys are playing the Ravens in Baltimore.
At Baltimore. Here's the
Baltimore still has a shot.
Yeah, here's the cool thing. Ravens have a thing where they have their legend of the game, where they invite an old player to come back. So last week they had Rod Woodson as a Ravens legend of the game. This week they have Terrell Suggs coming back, and so him and Ben are super close. They're like best friends.
Yeah. I can imagine.
And so I thought, they go hunting together in the offseason. They have all kinds of stuff. And I thought Ben's last game, the Ravens decide to make T. Sizzle as the Ravens legend of the game, where he'll come out waving the Raven thing before the game. And so I'm like, so it should be a cool atmosphere. Really cool atmosphere.
So in this game, I just think Baltimore's kind of done, man. I think Pittsburgh comes on the road and beats them. I mean, I think.
Yeah, I hope.
And,
what makes me nervous is too much celebration on Monday night, and so there might be a letdown. There might be a letdown.
I mean, but I just think Pittsburgh wins. I think Baltimore just has so much stuff. The way that they were able to even hang around with all the injuries they got along the offense, the running, they had free agent running backs in Le'Veon Bell and Devontae Freeman.
Devontae Freeman starting for him, and
Devontae Freeman.
Murray, Latavius Murray is playing for them as the backup for them.
Right, he got hurt.
Yeah,
you know.
So Freeman is carrying the ball, running for them.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, I had the Ravens was, but what before the season started with all the guys healthy, and the AFC, I didn't see a team that they couldn't really beat. They came out to beat the Chiefs, but obviously the injuries happened, man. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean for them to hang on, but I like Pittsburgh in this game. I think Pittsburgh wins. I mean, Ravens, just suit up next season. Come back healthy, and you got the same squad.
Do you think they play Lamar? So Lamar is probably.
I wouldn't play him. I'll play Tyler Huntley, man. Let Lamar rest. And you don't want him to get hurt, man. And I know
having TJ Watt one sack away from the record.
I mean, I will say this now. TJ Watt, he deserves Defensive Player of the Year this year.
One more sack to become the all-time sack leader
in the NFL history.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's season sack incredible. Record. So one more.
You said one more.
One more. So he's one sack away from breaking Michael Strahan's record.
One sack.
AB just released a long statement. I'm pretty sure y'all saw that earlier. That's how y'all knew.
What was it?
That's a huge statement.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
I gotta check that out.
Pressure. Man, trust me. It's coming. It's coming to y'all. It's coming to y'all phone right now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I gotta see what the hell that is. But yeah, with that game, I think Lamar sits. TJ Watt, as far as TJ, man, he got to win that Defensive Player of the Year this year, man. Because, I mean, what he's doing now.
It's not even close.
It's not even close. Last we had 3 sacks, 4 sacks, something like that.
3 sacks. 3.5 last game.
Yeah, I mean, how you just banged Baker Mayfield's head in the turf.
The funniest thing was on the Eli and Peyton broadcast. They were so when TJ was 1 sack away, they're telling Baker, Don't let him get the sack. Don't let him get the sack record against you, because Peyton said Ed Reed got the interception record against him, and every time he went to Baltimore, they showed that video of him throwing the pick and Ed Reed running it back 80 yards. So he's like, every time I'm in Baltimore, I'm reminded that I threw the pick that let Ed Reed set the all-time interception record. And so he's like, you don't want to be the quarterback to let TJ set the record. Baker don't get sacked. Because every time you go to Pittsburgh, they'll be showing that other thing.
The thing is, now you got a chance to do it another division opponent.
Yeah. Right.
So it's
gotta come.
They better throw that ball away if they don't want to, be on the wrong side of history.
And the messed up thing is, remember, Brett Favre gave Strahan the record by just falling down in front of Strahan, so Strahan could touch him in the fourth quarter and get the sack record. Everybody's like, "Oh, this is some BS. This is some total BS." Just took a knee and let Strahan touch him so he could get the record.
Yeah, that's a high number. But yeah, shout out to him. He's probably going to win Defensive Player of the Year this year. I definitely see that this year.
But 3 times he was second 3 years in a row.
Yeah. But moving on, I mean, this Titans are gonna roll over the Texans now. I want to talk about this game for King Henry aspect. I just want to see him come back, be healthy, because I honestly believe in that AFC side. If he's healthy, if he can just do something, and it just be some type of his normal self, the Titans can really be a major player in the AFC, in my opinion. Like, I'm just saying that because I want my ticket to win too. Because I also remember I said, like, my preseason pick was the Titans. So if the Titans go to the Super Bowl, I'm winning thousands of dollars. Not even winning, just going. I'm winning thousands of dollars. I put my bet in. Was my bet, my Super Bowl picks were the Titans. I had a Titans Bucs ticket, and I had a Titans Green Bay ticket. If any one of those combinations happen, you know what I mean, I'm happy, man. I'm happy.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah. But I mean, I think the Titans roll in this one. I just hope that King Henry comes back, man. I just want to win more money, But that's about it. Now, this matchup, this does have some real seriousness to it. The San Francisco 49ers going into LA, man. You got a lot of shit on the line. The 49ers, if they win, they're in. If they lose, they're probably going to be out because the Saints are playing the Carolina Panthers, I think. And the thing is, the Rams don't want to lose because they're fighting them for playoff position. They're down in the 2 spot behind Green Bay. And if they lose this game, because Tampa's probably going to win, and it's like, what do you want to do? So this is going to be a hard-fought game. I mean, who do you guys think is going to win this game? Tough game. 49ers already smashed them already. They already smashed them over the head.
It's different in the offs, though.
Trey Lance, the quarterback again. I mean, that's
yeah. I mean, he did pretty well. He did pretty well last week. Surprisingly, it started off horrible. I just know I woke up and then he
second half. He warmed up into the game.
Yeah, he started eating them.
Took him a while.
It took him a while. I was scared.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was sick. I took a flyer on the Texans plus 13.5. Was looking good all game until that fourth quarter. Trey Lance runs for a long pass that hits Deebo Samuel, and the Niners cover.
But yeah, this Niners game, man, like this Niners-Rams game, we gotta see how it's gonna come up. The Rams just are like, you know what, we're okay if we win or lose. We don't care who we play, and they put the backup in. That's something different.
Yeah, so the Rams are won 5 in a row. So
yeah, Rams are hot right now. Shout out to Odell Beckham, man. Shout out to Odell, doing his thing out there.
Odell wasn't the problem in Cleveland.
He wasn't the fucking problem. He wasn't the problem, man. Like people sitting there talking about Baker. Odell's a diva. He does this and he does that. No, Baker Mayfield only knows how to throw quick slants and drag routes, and Odell Beckham is a deep threat. He runs the whole entire route tree, and he knows how to get open. Baker Mayfield doesn't know how to go through his progressions, as Big Z broke down previously with Tyler Huntley. All right. A backup in Baltimore can go through his progressions better than Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's obvious to see. But yeah, I mean, the Rams in this game, I think the Rams come out on top in this one. I think they really want that 2 slot so they can play the Philadelphia Eagles rather than the 49ers again, or any of the other teams in the playoffs. Who you guys got winning this game?
San Francisco. San Francisco has to win.
San Francisco winning, so I think that's easy.
And they've lightweight owned the Rams. Remember the Monday night game?
They do. I mean, it's a bad matchup. Like, the 49ers are a bad matchup for anybody. If they come out to play and they do just bare minimum, because their defense is really, really good. But hey, what's this next game? The last game. Last game was it Sunday night? Sunday night. Jay, this is your squad, man. I mean, when you're in, brother. I mean, the Chargers, and the Raiders, man. So obviously, you taking the Raiders, but how do you see this one shaking out?
I don't know. I'm kind of worried. I am kind of worried. They beat us once. It is at home, and we kind of play best at home. But like,
how did the first matchup go?
Oh well, it started off competitive in the very beginning, and then they kind of got loose on us really quickly. So I need for them to play. I need for them to play within themselves and not do too much. Shout out to Miami. I just gave me some money. I take back from Florida. Actually, I'm halfway half. That's the place still even place. But I don't. That's a good question. I don't really know. I really don't know what to expect. I'm really worried about this one because looking at Chargers last week, like they showed up, but then they also laid the egg beforehand. So it's like I don't know. It's a mixed bag. I'm not very confident that's going 2 or 3 in a row. You know what I'm saying? This is it. But
yeah,
Derek Carr.
Winning you're in. I mean, in this game, the Chargers have been kind of shaky all season long for me. So if I had to pick a squad, man, and I know the Raiders battle a lot, I would take the Raiders. I'm not gonna bet the game, but if I had to pick, I'd take the Raiders. Z, who you got?
I'm taking the Chargers.
Chargers.
Yeah, I'm taking the Chargers. I mean, Justin Herbert, when he has his whole complement of everybody playing, they now, unless their stupid coach does some stupid stuff, like
he does some stupid shit, like go for it on 4th and 5 and shit. I mean, he has done that. Look at the Chiefs game.
And I mean, for me, when I think about Raiders in Vegas, it's a corporate crowd, so it's not going to be a real home field. Even though the Chargers don't have any fans, so they're not going to have nobody traveling. Nobody likes the Chargers. So I just think This is Justin Herbert's time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that
no,
dude,
this could be his time. I'm not gonna doubt it. I like Justin Herbert, so
Yeah.
I'm not gonna downplay it.
as long as it's not a tie and the Steelers get knocked out with the game as a tie, somebody got to win that game.
Oh man.
Watch it ends
Bro.
up 0-0 tie. Oh hell no! They keep kicking, putting the ball back to each other. They make a deal before the game. Look, man, we both just agree not to score, and we both go to the playoffs.
Man, hey, well, we're gonna see what happens. Like I said, last week of the season, but I'm gonna close out with these last little playoff standings. And we'll
implications.
close up with the bets. Yeah, man. So
Yeah.
as it stands right now, let me see what's going on this side. Give me 1 second, fellas. Let's see what's going on.
Sorry, update my betting tree. I post my bets on Twitter, y'all. For the ones that don't know, typically every day.
Kyrie leads Brooklyn back to the victory.
Of course.
They came back after being down 17. Kyrie went crazy. and rolled the parlay cashes. It's beautiful.
And the parlay crash.
Hey, the money is the money, man. You can't fuck with the money. You know what I mean?
Okay, so hold on. Miami just cashed. Yes, sir.
What is it? Charlotte with a 36-point victory tonight?
Can someone check the Mavs and the Golden State for me?
It just ended. Mavs won.
Oh, let me put a green check on that.
They won?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they won.
Right now, y'all, I am 3-for-1 right now.
It's looking pretty good, man.
Yeah, looking like a good night for me. Yes, sir.
Looking pretty good. But back to this playoff. So the matchup so far, right, as it stands right now, if the playoffs were to start today, Green Bay and Tennessee would have both have buys. So they would not play wild card weekend with the new with the number 2 seed now playing on wild card weekend. So Green Bay and Tennessee. And then on the NFC side, you got the Rams at 2, the Bucs are at 3, the Cowboys with the loss to Arizona last week are at 4. And then in the hunt right now, you got you still got 49ers and the Eagles and the Saints. All right. And the playoffs will start today on the NFC side. The Rams will play this. Rams will be at home playing the Philadelphia Eagles. Bucs will be at home playing the 49ers. And the Cowboys will be going with another matchup again that they just lost against the Arizona Cardinals. So based off the NFC stuff, fellas,
fun games.
Based off of those, I'm gonna be in Tampa, man. I'm gonna be in Tampa. All right, I'm making a trip out there. Me and my boys is making a trip out there. You know what I mean? I already made the trip last year. I showed my face in the building when I went during COVID and all that. You know what I mean? I was one of the few people in the New Orleans in that divisional round. But I'm definitely going to Tampa during wild card week because they play the Niners. There's a high chance that they give them some trouble. I'm not saying that they're going to win, but Bucs struggle against teams like that. Really good defensive line. You get to Tom Brady. But I mean, what do you guys think of those matches on the NFC side so far?
So we'll go. Tampa's strong at home.
Yeah, I about to say Tampa is strong at home. I wouldn't want to face Tampa at home.
Now, like I said, from the Tampa aspect, me being a Bucs fan, but not being biased, I know the significance of that game. It'll be a hard fought win. It won't be easy. It'll just be they'll just have enough offense to make it through. And obviously, with the Bucs being at home, I think they get a few questionable calls, maybe a holding, something like that. And they get the win because the 49ers are a tough squad. They can beat anybody. They're like, they're like a lot of these teams. They can just beat almost anybody. And then the other matchup that I really will probably enjoy is this Cardinals-Cowboys matchup, just because I've been talking kind of bashing, well, not bashing, but I've been kind of talking about the Cardinals all year long. I said they're a solid squad, but, Kyler Murray kind of breaks down at the end of the season. He did come up a strong game last season, but am I going to put my money on Kyler Murray or Dak Prescott in the playoffs and the Cowboys at home? I'm taking the Cowboys. If that matchup would have happened in the playoffs, I'm telling you, I'm laying the dollar because once playoff time come around, I don't give a fuck. The spreads are almost even. So it's like it might be like Dallas like -2 or something like that. But I'm smashing them. I'm hitting the Dallas button on that one. The Bucs game, obviously I'm taking the Bucs.
Mm-hmm.
And then, from the other standpoint, with the Rams and Eagles, I mean, it's not even a game. I mean, the Rams are going to fuck them up for real. So, what do you guys think about the NFC side, just based off of that?
I mean, to me, Green Bay at home is by far.
But they got the bye in the first round. Yeah, I mean, Green Bay, man, they just so tough, man. You got to go in the Lambeau again, and then the thing is, with the Bucs being weak at receiver, their year.
See, I mean, from my perspective, so I saw the Rams this weekend, and their weakness is the other corner on the other side of Jalen Williams, number 11. He's over aggressive. He thinks he's Ramsey, and he can be had. And
now he can be had.
Yeah, and their safety.
Oh,
Mark Andrews abused both their safeties. I mean, that's a glaring weakness. I don't even know how they won. It's typical Ravens. 2019, again, lose by 1 point. But Ravens dominated that game. I mean, dominated that game. And so Rams keep winning. I mean, Aaron Donald bails them out every time. Him and Ramsey are special. When you watch them live, especially how quick their movements are, I mean, they're different.
Yeah, they're different.
They're different. And so that makes a difference. But I think Green Bay at home won't lose. Green Bay at home.
And I think it's the same matchup from last year. Remember when Aaron Donald was sitting there crying? You know what I mean? Like I said, I mean, it's tough, man. I mean, did the Rams get revenge at some point? But like I said, then you obviously can't count out Tom Brady and the Bucs. You really have to beat them. You know what I mean? To the final second, you got to make sure the seconds run off the clock.
Yeah. So, Rome, what do you think about their secondary for
Bucs?
The Bucs compared to last year.
I don't trust them. I mean, man, the thing is, I never trusted the secondary. I've been kind of, calling out guys.
You've been.
You know what I mean? The only guy I kind of trust back there, honestly, with all honesty, is my guy Antoine Winfield Jr. Man, I mean, shout out to him.
Right. Yeah,
he is really, really good. He's the same guy. If you don't know, if you're a passive fan, and it's all right. The guy that hit the peace sign of Tyreek Hill back in the Super Bowl was like this because he did it to him early in the season when the Chiefs was spanking him. It was like 35-0 or some shit, or it was crazy. But I mean, I
with all the talk, with Adams and Rodgers talking all that last dance talk.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
the Packers are ready, man. I mean, if I was not a Bucs fan, you know what I mean, but I'm not stupid. If, like I said, I did put in that ticket. I put the Titans and the Packers in, and I put the Bucs and the Titans in. All right, I put the Packers in for a reason. And the thing is, if the Packers and Titans happen, that's gonna get me more money because I put that ticket in at a time when the Aaron Rodgers thing was super unknown. It was rocking with Jordan Love.
It's so crazy how important home field is because both the Bucs and the Packers are unbelievable at home.
At home, yeah.
And to get
it's
that
definitely
home
harder
field,
to play at Green Bay though. It's hard to play. I was shocked that the Bucs went down there last year.
But that's the thing is that they have experience winning it, so there's no doubt they could say, "Hey, we've done it before. We could do it again."
Yeah.
And so that's the one thing going for the Bucs. At least they have that. Hey, we've done it before. We can do it again.
They can come back. That's really it. They've been there before, and that matters.
Yeah,
that really does matter. So,
and you got Tom. I mean,
and you got Tom.
Ultimate equalizer.
I'm gonna put it like this, Rom. It sounds kind of crazy when I say this, but to me, while other teams are good, you still have Tom Brady. Y'all ex-champs. Y'all still going to be in the same position to possibly get it. I mean, I guess it's y'all to lose, to be honest with you. It's something different if y'all were trash, but y'all not trash, bro. Y'all having some issues, but y'all not trash.
So the only thing is those receivers, because I mean, those with no Godwin and no AB, like we really got to rely. Like Tyler, we really need Tyler Johnson to step up, man. Tyler Johnson, if you ever listen to the show or where everybody even knows him, let them know we really, really need him. Cyril Grayson, we really need him. Scotty Miller,
Bucs about to have some off-field distractions based on this.
I know they are. That's what I'm saying. It's
AB
stuff
release.
Like that.
I mean, he's saying fraud, cover up, doctors malpractice with the Bucs doctors, and lawsuit coming.
Yeah. I think that's gonna mess up some guys' heads, and that's gonna be trouble. You know what I mean? So Bucs fans, I mean, you probably hate the guy because
here, Rome. This is for you though. He said he ends it by saying, "Once my surgery is complete, I'll be back at 100% and looking forward to next season. Business is gonna be booming. Bucs fans, I love you. I really do."
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, the thing is, the Bucs fans show AB love. Like I said, I don't know what transpired with the organization. I do honestly think, like I said, I love Bruce Arians. I just know how he is, man. I can see AB like, look, man, my ankle's not right, man. I know I'm cleared. You know, I mean, I can't go out. I'm not saying he said it the way I said it. You know what I mean? But I can see him saying my ankle not right, man. I'm not going back out there. And Bruce Arians
went off. Like, he's saying there's a medical cover up in Tampa.
I can see that too. I can see that
Bucs
too.
fan himself.
Like I said, I love the Bucs, but I'm also a realist. Like I said, I'm rooting for the Bucs. You know what I mean? Right. But we'll see how it happens. But we got to get this fucking Super Bowl. As of right now, AB, kiss my ass, bro. I don't really care. We gotta get this ring right now. All right.
He's trying to fuck you up with all the news.
Yeah, he is trying to get to the head. But back on this AFC now, for the AFC side, before we close up with the bets, fellas, you got the Titans at 1, you got the Chiefs at 2, Burrow and the Bengals at 3, you got the Bills are still hanging around at 4. Then you get 5 seed, you got New England, you got the Colts at 6, and you got
Bills
the Chargers
lost to Jacksonville. I mean, that's all you got to say about it.
And then on the outside looking in, you got the Steelers, of course, and you got the Raiders, of course, and then you got Ravens. I mean, who need a lot to happen, but I mean,
I think it's 3% chance for the Ravens to make it. Yeah, they need like 6 teams to lose.
The thing is, I mean, I will say this: a lot of things can happen this week. The Colts have shown that they can lose to Jacksonville. As bad as Jacksonville looked last week, 38 or 30-50 or whatever that. The Chargers. The Jags did beat the Colts last year. All right, Carson Wentz is still trash. In my opinion, he's still kind of trashy. All right, that's why they give the ball to Jonathan Taylor so many times. So the Jags, and it's a division opponent. You know, Urban Meyer is gone now. You know, so maybe these guys can play the way they want to. They can still beat the Colts. Colts better not fuck around with them. And then also,
Jags are fighting Detroit for the number 1 pick. So Detroit's tied with Pittsburgh is what's making them number 2 instead of number 1.
The Jags just want to go out there and play though. They don't really care.
No, they want to lose and lock up that number 1 pick.
I don't know about that one. I mean, who else you gonna get this draft? I mean, the draft is. I mean, you got some guys, obviously, don't get me wrong, but it ain't no glaring guy that's like, oh, yeah, he's the best number 1 overall pick. You got a quarterback. Like, what are you going to draft? The number 1 overall left tackle?
No, probably. What is that? The defensive end from Oregon.
Thibodeau. I mean, he was going to be there, too. Thibodeau's going to be, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Who you going to back one of them big pancake-eating Alabama boys? On the offensive line,
that's never really too much of a bad problem, to be honest with you.
It's not.
Them boys different. They don't cut in their pan because they roll them up.
Eat them like subs. Why we on Alabama talking? Come on, fuckers, bro. You watch the fucking Alabama game and sit. All they do is just run power and bowl you over every play. And the thing is, when you pass rush, you can't even get around that lineman. You got all day to throw. Man, Alabama.
Roll Tide.
Yeah.
That's it.
Man, I mean, what do you guys think of this national championship game? What's going to happen?
It's 3 again. Georgia -3 is the line right now.
They're favored again after getting smashed like that.
Georgia -3.
Does Georgia have something for Alabama this time?
No, we've seen this play out a couple years ago. Remember, Georgia beat Alabama to win the SEC title. Alabama destroyed them in the national championship.
Yeah.
With all the freshmen coming in, Saban was like, you know what, Jalen Hurts your bench. Tua, get in there.
Yeah. I think I've seen enough to see, especially after seeing that first matchup, that what's that quarterback for Georgia? He is not it. When you get to him a few times,
Stetson Bennett,
he's shaky. Once them people start getting to him, and a real defensive line starts getting to him,
So John Mechie's out. He had a big impact at receiver in that game.
He's out?
No, because remember he what is it? Tore his leg up against Georgia. So he's done for the year.
Damn.
But last week they had the 2 freshmen in and they balled up. So this week, I mean,
is anybody sitting out or anything?
No. So
that's it.
Now the rumor is there's some COVID concerns with Alabama. So
got watched up. You know what I mean? Because if it's some of those big name guys, I mean, you never know. But I mean, like Alabama is if it were to play today and everybody that's supposed to play plays, give me Alabama all day. But if you look at the report,
the key is they went up tempo with all those big defensive linemen, got them all tired, and they couldn't rush the passer no more.
Alabama looks solid, man. They're gonna do. Alabama's gonna do what they do. And one last thing before we close with the bets, fellas. How you guys feel? They're linking Jim Harbaugh, from the Michigan head coach, coming back to the NFL. I've been saying it. He's an NFL head coach.
Yeah, he is.
He's an NFL head coach. He's a good head coach. I mean, I don't understand why people clown him at Michigan. Michigan sucked for so fucking long before he came back. Man, stop
Everybody
it.
said, look, next year they got to play at Ohio State. It's a perfect time for him to leave now. Man, after a win.
They be doing too much. Man,
I think Denver. Denver is the spot. Denver has a good team. They got
if he goes to like a Denver or Chicago.
Think about going to Denver and then having Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers.
And that's another thing, bro. It's so much. Football is a never-ending sport, though. Like NBA is like, oh, they over. Like, and the thing is, but like, football is a never-ending sport. Like, there's so much shit to talk about. Russell Wilson's not coming back to Seattle. Green Bay is not.
Think about what Harbaugh did with Kaepernick going to the Super Bowl. You give him Russell or Aaron Rodgers.
That's what I'm saying.
With Denver's defense, with their corners, with their D line.
I'm surprised he left. I'm surprised he didn't go to another NFL organization.
His alma mater.
Alma mater.
Rescue your school. And I mean, the $8 million a year didn't help. I mean, didn't hurt. But they made him take a pay cut last year. So he tried to get that money back now that he came back last year.
Yeah. I mean, I respect. He's an NFL head coach. Nick Saban's not an NFL head coach. Greg Schiano's not an NFL head coach. You can't come in the fucking organizations and yell at people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Jim Harbaugh went to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, Jim Harbaugh, I mean, soft-spoken, cool guy, very relatable. Nick Saban, really, really old school. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. All these guys, you know, you're not an NFL head coach, and that's okay. You're a great college coach, and there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that, but
And think about it. He took the young coach from the Ravens, from his brother, his defensive coordinator, like 28 years old, was like assistant linebacker coach with the Ravens. He took him to Michigan as their defensive coordinator, and they went crazy this year.
Yeah, they doing a lot of work, bro. But hey, let's get out here and close up with these bets because I gotta go to the gym. All right.
Yeah, I about to say it's getting a little too late. Yeah, we got to get ready, you know. In a sweatsuit.
From my perspective, NBA side, Kyrie's back. I'm like, I've always been on the Nets. You know what I mean? You guys already know how I feel about the Nets. I'm fucking with the Nets. I'm fucking with the Bulls. Embiid, all right. As long as he has a point guard, Tyrese Maxey didn't play tonight, and they kind of struggled a little bit. But I'm fucking with them.
Tyrese Maxey's nice, yeah.
Yeah, Tyrese Maxey is taking a big step. I like him a lot. On the NBA side, I'm also fucking with the Utah Jazz. I love the Jazz. I love this squad. They got to get Donovan Mitchell some consistent help, but I do like them. I like the Charlotte Hornets. In some games, all right, because they like tonight they look really sharp against some teams, and I'm fading Jay. I'm sorry, I'm fading your Pistons. I'm off that.
Charlotte, they win by 40 tonight.
Yeah, they put people's heads.
All right. You done with your bet? You done?
Hey, yeah, that's it for the NBA. Hey, now NFL for this week. Let me see what I got NFL.
And to think I was having second thoughts on taking that -10.
Let me see.
But I went and I bought a half and took it at 9.5, and they won by 40.
Man, oh my gosh. Yo, but let me see. What have NFL? I didn't really have a ton. Like, I'm not really gonna lay a lot of NFL bets this weekend. The only game that really sticks out to me, to be honest, is where'd it go? I like I kind of like the Rams a little bit. Oh no. I love Arizona. I love Arizona. Arizona's gonna be winning. And I love the Bucs with the points. I think they're gonna run up the score. And
think about it. Tonight, the last minute Bucks you gotta watch with COVID and you gotta watch with Giannis undisclosed sickness. So the Raptors on a back-to-back beat the Bucks tonight. I mean, it's
COVID is making it really hard to place bets.
That's
it is. Like you literally gotta wait till game time because if you're expecting a guy to play and it doesn't say out and it has like that neutral gray line next to him.
Game time decision.
Yeah, the thing is you never know. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, I put a bet in. You can no longer just put bets in and pray and hope that they play because like the NBA is so different, man. And that's why I don't lay big dollars on NBA like that, man.
You gotta find your spots, pay attention. NBA, the key is revenge spots are great. Teams coming off. So like tonight, the beautiful spot was Charlotte. Detroit coming off of 2 wins in a row, beating the Bucs for the first time in 8 years.
Wow.
And Charlotte.
Did you say? Hold up. You said 8 years?
Yeah. And Charlotte.
What do you mean? At home or just in
general?
In general. And then Charlotte coming off of 2 losses, having lost to the Wizards.
Bro, how do you not beat somebody in 8 funky ass years, dog?
And so it was the spot. So Detroit is going to have a letdown. They're all happy. They're coming off the Bucs win. Charlotte lost to Phoenix by 30 and then lost to the Wizards. So 2 back-to-back losses going home. It was -10, so the book was telling you Charlotte's going to destroy them, and Charlotte won by almost 40. I mean, just so with the NBA, you got to watch the storylines, watch the line movement, and that. So when I was looking at the games today, that jumped out at me. I was like, "Oh my god, this is like Smack City. Here we go."
Yeah, I mean, I will say this for NBA, and I'll let you. Like for me, like I said, for me, if you follow me for NBA, you already know that I get that. I don't really fuck with a lot of people like that. I don't like you say, Z, you bet it how you supposed to bet it, right? Yeah. That's what you're supposed to do. Like me, I don't trust these motherfuckers. If it ain't Giannis and Embiid, all of those guys, the Nets, like those are heavy favorites. I get it, but I parlay them together and I make it happen. But yeah, like I said, you tread lightly with NBA because I'm telling you, I got a lot of
look
people
at the
now.
numbers. So I bet the numbers. I act like I'm not a fan. I know nothing about the players, and I look at the numbers.
Numbers, that's it.
And I also look at human nature, and revenge spots are key.
So if you don't bet like that on NBA, I'm telling you, get your money took. Because I already learned my lesson a few years ago. And I was like, fuck this NBA shit. This shit. These niggas lazy. These motherfuckers don't play every night. They don't play hard. You know what I mean? Look at this landscape in NBA now. Like
look at the Sixers Orlando game tonight.
Yeah.
Sixers were down 20, came back and still covered the
spread
to win.
That's what I'm saying. Like NBA, you'll have a heart attack if you bet major cash on. You'll have you will have a heart attack. And I'm not for having heart attacks. You know what I mean? I'm more for like the better team wins. Football, the better team wins every single night. You know?
Yeah, but NBA, if you pick and choose, you'll find those spots. Like tonight, that Charlotte spot was beautiful. Yeah, you'll find those spots
before the night.
You just gotta pay attention, and when you see
we ain't gotta talk about. It's already late. You know, we gotta pump some iron. You know what I'm saying? I gotta run, get them.
Or like the Dallas spot with retiring Dirk's jersey, and Dallas beats Golden State.
Place that bet too.
Yeah, that's another one.
Jay, who'd you have before we get out?
Tonight, I'm about to say I don't think I have anything for it, but tonight I had Florida money line. College basketball was a big thing. They lost. They fucking suck. I have Chattanooga College team total over 66. They scored 70-73. Landed that one. Dallas Mavericks +7. I'm sitting up here watching Villanova and Creighton, and I got to get over 128 points. It's 40-75. 1 minute and 40 left. I may be able to cash that. We'll see. Getting close.
All right. Well, hey, like I said, thanks for listening to the show. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel, man. Happy New Year to each and every one of you. Make sure you share the episodes, and we'll see you next show. We're getting ready for the playoffs, man. Got a lot of stuff in store for you guys for the new year, but take it easy. Peace.